27, a public hearing on zero-emission passenger rail and trail project preliminary purpose and need. And we'll start with the staff report. We're just waiting for your mic to come on. One second. There you go.
Green. All right. Thank you, Commissioner Brown and Commissioners. My name is Riley Gerbrandt. I am Associate Transportation Engineer of your staff. It's a delight to be here before you today to speak on the Zero Emission Passenger Rail and Trail Project. I am the project manager for this project, and we got a presentation today on the purpose and the preliminary purpose and needs statement for this project. The only action today is to hold this public hearing, to receive this presentation, and if you wish, to provide input on the preliminary purpose and needs statement. That is provided in the agenda for reading, and it is attachment to the staff report. We also have two handouts for this item. We have the open house flyer and the project fact sheet flyer. To set the stage for the presentation today, I want to provide you with a little bit of background on the Santa Cruz Branch rail line and give you some context within Santa Cruz County. The Santa Cruz Branch rail line is a continuous transportation corridor that goes throughout the county from Pajaro in northern Monterey County to Davenport north of Santa Cruz. It's been a continuous facility since the 1870s with current freight and passenger excursion services. The branch line provides a unique opportunity for Santa Cruz County and the transportation needs of the residents and visitors of the county. Transportation investments along the branch line can support and improve equitable multimodal transportation in Santa Cruz County. And with this vision, the Commission purchased the branch line in 2012, bringing it into public ownership. And over the course of the next decade, the Commission completed several planning studies, including the 2015 Rail Feasibility Study and the Transit Corridor Alternatives Analysis and Network Integration Study in 2021. Your Commission directed staff in 2022 to solicit proposals for a project to bring passenger rail on 22 miles of the branch line, as well as to complete development of the remaining segments of the coastal rail trail between Santa Cruz and Pajaro. Through this process, a project contract was awarded to HDR Engineering, and the project kickoff occurred last October after successfully securing some funding from Caltrans through the TIRSIP Cycle 6 and getting those approvals in place. Next slide, please. The Zero Emission Passenger Rail and Trail Project proposes new high-capacity passenger rail service and stations along 22 miles of the branch line from Pajaro, just south of Watsonville here, to Santa Cruz. It also proposes 12 miles of coastal rail trail, segments 13 through 20 from Rio Dunlop Boulevard through the community of La Selva Beach to Watsonville and to Pajaro, as well as the Capitola Trestle Reach, segment 11, phase 2. So the project aims to take advantage of this publicly owned right-of-way to provide passenger rail service on 12 miles of coastal rail trail. It is, the vision is to bring connectivity for Santa Cruz to the greater region and integrated intercity travel options. Next slide. The project concept report is anticipated to be completed in spring 2025 and will define, evaluate, and develop a project build concept to be advanced into subsequent phases. Following completion of the project concept report, the project will move into preliminary engineering and environmental documentation, and then after project approval, we'll move into right-of-way and final design. Next slide. The first milestone of the project concept report is here today. It includes developing a preliminary purpose and needs statement. And I'm going to read from read here. The preliminary purpose and need documents the needs and constraints that drive the development of transportation improvements in the study area, summarizes the priorities in the development of alternatives, and establishes the fundamental purpose of the project. The preliminary purpose and need provides the foundation for the development of a formal purpose and need for the project during the environmental phase. The project development team, consisting of the city's representatives of the cities of Watsonville, Capitola, and Santa Cruz, as well as representatives from the consultant team from Santa Cruz Metro and from TAMC, as well as RTC staff, participated in developing the project purpose and needs statement over the past 2 months. The project development team's input was really critical in developing a preliminary purpose and needs statement that is inclusive of the needs of the various stakeholders of the community. And on January 11th, the project development team recommended the preliminary purpose and needs statement that is before you in this item today. Next slide. So on this slide and then on the next slide, I'm going to be are the preliminary project needs and purposes. I'll read from them from the preliminary purpose and needs statement that's in the agenda item today. So the recommended preliminary purpose and needs statement includes the identified needs, of which this is the summary. The current of the needs. The current state of Santa Cruz's transportation infrastructure is strained and unable to effectively serve the community. The existing transportation network is insufficient to support a stronger local economy, improved environmental and public health, improved equity, and better quality of life. The primary project needs are summarized as diverse transportation needs are not fully met and slow travel transit times, deficiencies in roadway travel and insufficient alternative travel options, vehicle mile travel reduction mandates and greenhouse gas emission reduction mandates. And finally, missing linkages and safety concerns on existing bicycle and pedestrian facilities in Santa Cruz County. Next slide. The preliminary needs bring us to the fundamental purpose of the project. And I'll read the critical elements or the constituent elements of the project purpose. Provide increased access to convenient, accessible, and reliable public travel options. Improve transit connections to community activity centers, supporting the local economy and providing better access between housing and jobs. Integrate with plans for future land use. Reduce travel transit times and improve transit system reliability. Enhance bicycle and pedestrian connectivity and safety. Promote alternative transportation modes to increase overall transportation system capacity and reliability. Improved health and reduce mortality. Provide a critical link between the cities of Watsonville and Santa Cruz and communities in between as an alternative to congested roadways. And lastly, reduce vehicle miles traveled and associated greenhouse gas emissions. Next slide. Okay. Sorry for reading those, but wanted to make sure we got them straight. Now that we have a preliminary purpose and needs statement, that kicks off a period over the next several weeks of public engagement as the project development team and the project team really want to hear the input from the commission, from the community, and from stakeholders. We're committed to meaningful public engagement throughout the project's life cycle, and community participation is vital to aid in minimizing impacts of the project while meeting the needs of riders, pedestrians, and bicyclists. And in order to hear the many voices in our community, we have scheduled various engagement opportunities over the next several weeks. We have information on our project website, which is sccrtc.org/ZEPRT. ZEPRT. We have stakeholder briefings. We have a virtual open house that kicks off through our project website. That'll kick off next week. We also have in-person open houses the following week on February 12th and 13th. Those will be in both Santa Cruz and Watsonville. We're also going to be presenting to city council meetings and to meetings of our various agencies and partners. And the feedback that we receive during this time will inform the project needs and purposes through the ongoing project development. Next slide. And these are the future milestones for our project that you'll see on the screen. We are here at the beginning, the first milestone of the project concept report, where we are delivering the preliminary purpose and need and providing this project look ahead. The next milestones are going to be aimed for summer. Conceptual alignments will be presented for the project, and we'll be discussing the different zero-emission vehicle types. And as a note, the project name has been changed. Could have been the preferred community alternative from the TCAA was the electric passenger rail, but in order to broaden the opportunities for the project to capitalize on newer technologies and emerging technologies, it's now zero emissions passenger rail and trail project. Following that, we'll have in fall 2024 the refined conceptual analysis or alignment. We'll also be talking about and presenting station layover and maintenance facility locations. And then starting in winter, we'll have the draft project concept report and providing next steps for project development. To get engaged, you can sign up on for our mailing list through our project website. Following project development by visiting the website, you can also participate in the open houses, both virtually and in person. Next slide. Should have been in a thank you slide, but we missed that. So thank you. I and other staff are available to take your comments and questions, also to receive your input. We also have Mark McLaren, who is from HGR. He's our project manager from our consultant team, who's on Zoom with us if there are questions that we need him to participate in. Thank you.
Thank you.